Hi everybody, this is Gatsad. A few minutes ago I posted a story from the New York Post wherein some member of a commission in New York City suggested that statues of male figures be taken down in Central Park and replaced with female statues. And as I was recounting that story to my wife, my children were in the room, my son turns to me and asks in an innocent way that really reflects how children can oftentimes, as the old TV show says, can say the darnest things. He says to me, "Are boys bad or something?" Now that really broke my heart, because here's a young child who has been exposed sufficiently to a message that makes him feel compelled to ask this question of his father, to which I reassured him that no, boys are great. Now, this is a message that boys as young as my child, all the way to university and beyond, have been brainwashed to believe basically that they are pathological beings, right? Toxic masculinity. Every man is a potential rapist. Universities must be more inclusive and welcoming of women, even though women now outnumber men across every single educational attainment level, across every single race. So the problem is that in the quest to redress past injustices against women, and of course such injustices do exist or have existed, what's happened now is injustices are being levied against the other sex. So it's a zero-sum game. For women to advance, we must eradicate men. We must castrate men. We must pathologize men. This is not a healthy way for a society to advance. Now, some of you might write and say, "Oh, but aren't you exaggerating?" No, I'm not exaggerating. Of course, many men will ignore these messages and go on to healthy and productive careers. But even if a single man were to feel destabilized by these messages, that would be one man too many. Just like if a single girl were denied access to education in a particular time period, we would be up at arms today, right? So the idea that a young boy sitting with his family has to turn to his father and say, "Are boys bad or something?" is all the information you need to hear. It's tragic, it's grotesque, and the quicker that we fight against it, the quicker we create a society where we truly value every individual for their merits, for their uniqueness. We judge each individual based on their merits and flaws rather than as a member of a group. I'm Gatsad. I'm not a member of the extremely good looking. I'm not a member of the extremely brilliant. I'm not a member of the Lebanese Jewish community. I am Gatsad first. And you judge me by all of my many, many, many merits and very, very few flaws. There you have it, folks. The pathologizing of half of humanity is not a way to organize society. Cheers, everybody.